The launch event for the Nothing Phone 3a will be held on March 4th, and we already know a lot about the design of it and the specs. So let me tell you about it. And also at the end, I'll tell you a little about the Nothing Phone 3, as we got a little bit of details about that. So stay tuned for that. So this is the announcement that Nothing put out for the Nothing Phone 3a launch event. And it says power in perspective. And it's going to be on March 4th at 10 GMT. Now let's get into the design of this phone. So we've gotten 2 teasers and 1 leak about the design of this phone, showing different elements of the design. The first element that we know is the triple camera bump. And we can see that this is true because Nothing confirmed it by the teaser video that you can see up on screen now. And also we got this leak of the back of the Nothing Phone 3a, but it's actually with like a cover on, so we can't see the full design, we can only see the camera bump. I think this camera bump looks a lot like the Pixel 7 Pro, and I actually think it looks pretty good. It looks a bit different than the previous camera bumps they've done. And it's pretty exciting that this is the first Nothing phone with 3 cameras. In the same leaks, we also see that the flash module is moved from beside the camera bump to over the camera bump, which is a little weird. I don't know why they did that, are doing that, because I actually think the previous design on the Phone 2a looked better, but I don't know. The glyph interface has also changed according to the Nothing teaser video. One of the glyphs has changed from being straight to being curved so that it lines up with the circle, which I think looked much better, and I think they should have done this also on the Nothing Phone 2a. Lastly, I have some thoughts about the last teaser that Nothing put out that I haven't discussed yet. So here it is. Many people think it looks like the camera bump, and I think it also does that. But when you look closely at it, you can see that it kind of looks like the side of a phone because of this line in the teaser, and that tends me to believe that these are the buttons on the side of the phone. And it could just be the power button and the volume buttons, but I actually think this is something new and special, because a round button is really normal, and volume buttons also, there are normally 2 volume buttons, and it isn't just one volume button. That's pretty rare to see. So therefore I think this is the power button, and then over that is a new special button, like just like the action button on an iPhone, for example. It could be something with a new like AI feature or a programmable button or something like that, which is pretty exciting. For specs, we actually already know a lot, as a leaker called Gadget Bits on Twitter has actually leaked a lot of the specs for this phone. So let's get into it. According to them, the processor is going to be a Snapdragon 7C Gen 3. And this processor comes in between the Nothing Phone 2a and the Nothing Phone 2a Plus, which is what I was expecting, since there's probably also going to be a Nothing Phone 3a Plus, as they said, Nothing Phone 3a series in their teaser. And all of this data is from nanoreview.net, and this Snapdragon 7C Gen 3 benchmarks is from the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus. I think it's interesting that they're using a Qualcomm chip for this, since they haven't used a Qualcomm chip for a budget phone since the Nothing Phone 1. It's interesting that they're switching over to Qualcomm again. For a display, it's going to be larger at 6.8 inches compared to 6.7 inches on the Nothing Phone 2a. Everything else about display is going to be totally the same as the Nothing Phone 2a. So that's all we know about the Nothing Phone 3a in terms of specs and design. But we also got some very little details about the Nothing Phone 3. We got to know when it's going to be released. It's going to be released this year, as all that we know. This was confirmed by Nothing's latest community update, so really exciting that it's actually launching this year, as last year they skipped the Nothing Phone 3, but it's coming this year. I don't think it's coming in the same launch event as the Nothing Phone 3a, but I think it's coming somewhere in the summertime, which would be really exciting. If you like this video, do consider my other Nothing content, and if you want to see similar Nothing content in the future, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.